Look, before this video even gets started, I just want to say I'm very well aware that we've gotten COD 4 remastered, which was a cop-out for Infinite Warfare, and Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered, but we didn't even get the multiplayer. So here's the thing that drives me absolutely insane about Call of Duty. They know exactly what the community wants, and they keep ignoring it. People have been begging for years, literal years, for older games to come back. Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, World at War, I mean even BO3 at this point. These are games that people still talk about, still post clips, still compare to every new Call of Duty, and Activision acts like it's impossible just to give them back to us. And that's the craziest part. Doing that wouldn't even hurt the franchise. It would actually help it, because here's the truth. The Call of Duty community isn't just one group anymore. It's split. On one side, you've got the older fans who want the golden era back, who want simple, fast-paced, arcade-style Call of Duty, where the guns and the maps and the grind are all that mattered. On the other side, you've got the newer fans who like the current style, the operators, the bundles, the skill-based matchmaking, the seasonal content. Right now, Activision forces both groups into one game every year, and nobody's happy. The old fans leave and the new fans complain too, but if you remaster older games, suddenly there's an outlet for everyone. Imagine this: Call of Duty releases Black Ops 2 remastered and still drops Black Ops 7 in the same year. BO2 is there for people who want that classic feel, that smooth 3-lane OG map design, that old school feeling, and Black Ops 7 is there for people who want the latest experiment with wall bouncing and omni movement. Suddenly nobody feels alienated. The split in the community becomes a strength instead of a weakness. People have options. That's what every other successful franchise is starting to figure out. Look at Obsidian. They just remastered Oblivion, and it seems like Battlefield is targeting their older fan base with Battlefield 6, but COD refuses to do that. And let's be real, they've already tested this idea. Look at how they drip feed nostalgia content. Nuketown has been remade more times than I can count. Terminal gets added to every single new Modern Warfare COD, and everyone loses their mind. Shipment, Rust, Firing Range, and Raid. Every time these maps come back, they dominate the playlists. That's proof. People want the old stuff. They don't just like it, they gravitate to it. Imagine if instead of giving us one map, we got the full experience again. It would crush. It would do amazing. And it's not like the tech doesn't exist. We've seen the Black Ops 3 engine run smooth as hell with fast-paced gameplay, great mechanics, and a beautiful style to it. It felt right. You could easily take Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 2 and rebuild them on that engine, or whatever engine they used for the MW2 campaign remastered, and they'd play like a dream. Nowadays, every COD is built on the same engine. It looks decent, but it plays weird. It just feels clunky. And for remasters, that's a killer. People don't want old games rebuilt on an engine that changes how the games felt. They want them to feel authentic, and the older engines, even the Black Ops 3 engine, are the way to do that. Here's where it gets crazier. Zombies, people still play Black Ops 3 zombies to this day. 8 years later, people still mod Black Ops 3 zombies. Chronicles was literally just a remaster pack of old maps, and it sold like crazy. I believe Black Ops 3 is still one of the best selling Call of Duties of all time because of that. Tell me how that isn't proof that COD could live forever off of remasters. Zombies alone shows that that demand is permanent. Multiplayer would probably be 10 times bigger if they actually delivered it. And I don't want to hear the excuse about splitting the player base. That's the weakest excuse in gaming. COD splits the player base every single year anyway. Warzone, ranked, hardcore, different regions, the SBMM lobbies. The base is already split. And guess what? People still play it. A remaster wouldn't kill a new game. It would keep the old fans engaged while the new fans buy the skins and the battle passes from the latest title. Both groups are happy, and Activision makes double the money. But here's the real kicker. Nostalgia isn't just about making old fans happy. It's also how you introduce new fans to the best parts of Call of Duty. Imagine a kid who started playing Call of Duty in Modern Warfare 2019 or Cold War, and suddenly they get to experience Black Ops 2 for the first time, but updated. They'd instantly see why the golden era is talked about the way it is. It wouldn't just drive players away, it would educate new ones. It would connect the community instead of dividing it, as long as they don't add systems like skill-based matchmaking, comms bans, and all that other stuff. Right now, the older fans are on one side yelling it used to be better, and the younger fans are on the other side yelling, yeah, right. A remaster bridges that gap. And here's where Activision really screws up. They think remasters would cannibalize their yearly titles, but it's the opposite. Remasters would take the pressure off of yearly releases. Not every COD has to be this new innovative game changer if players always have a remaster to fall back on. Instead of people hating the new COD every year and quitting the franchise, they'd hate a new COD and just go play the remastered one. They'd stay in the ecosystem. That's better for everyone. It would also fix the trust problem. Right now, COD fans do not trust Activision. Every time they announce something, people roll their eyes or immediately hate on it because it's usually another feature that nobody asked for. But if they drop the remaster, something the community has been begging for non-stop,
that trust gets rebuilt instantly as long as it's done correctly. The narrative goes from, hey, they don't listen, to, hey, they finally listened, and that shift alone would be massive for the brand. You can't ignore the content side of this. YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, the hype around Remaster would dominate everything. People would post comparison clips, old versus new, montages, best class setups from 2009 versus now, map breakdowns, nostalgia rants. It would be endless content, and that content would promote Call of Duty for free. Every creator, every streamer, every old head would be pumping out videos again. You can't buy that kind of marketing. So why doesn't Call of Duty remaster old games? It's not about tech, it's not about cost, it's not about splitting the player base, it's about control. Activision wants to control what we play, when we play it, and how long we play it. They want you locked down into a yearly cycle, spending money on the new Call of Duty, on the new bundles, on the new battle passes. But here's the truth that they're scared of: giving people a remaster alongside a new Call of Duty doesn't hurt the cycle, it actually makes it stronger, because it means fans always have something to fall back on, something to trust, something to keep them engaged when the new game inevitably flops. And the longer they ignore this, the worse it gets. People aren't waiting around anymore, they're playing Plutonium, they're going back to their 360s and their PS3s, they're modding their PCs just to play a 10-year-old game because Activision refuses to sell them what they want. That's how much people love this franchise. They'll jump through hoops just to keep the old era alive. And the fact that Activision would rather fight these communities than embrace them says everything. So yeah, that's what drives me crazy, that Call of Duty hasn't remastered old Call of Duty games, because it wouldn't just be fan service, it wouldn't be nostalgia, it would be a smart business idea. It would keep the old fans happy, bring in new fans, and give the franchise an outlet for both sides of the community. Instead, we get these yearly experiments that nobody asked for, and until that changes, people are going to keep asking the same question: why doesn't Call of Duty remaster older games? Listen, boys, shout out the Frosty Factor. He's my first ever dono on this channel, and also shout out these guys for answering a question I had in my community. You guys are all legends. Yeah, love you all. Hope you guys enjoyed.